Hello friends, welcome to this video. This is the part 3, that is part C, in which we will see the next 10 questions of SBI PO Prelims 2019. So this is like series question, and this type of series is very easy, in which we have to find the last number. Otherwise the most difficult is to find the wrong number, and sometimes fill in the blanks in between number is also difficult, but this is the easiest one. So the basic part is that first we have to take the difference. So this difference is 3, then now this is 12, this is 22, this is 33. So now we will again take the difference. So this is 9, this is 10, then 11, and obviously it should be 12. So if this is 12, then at this place it should be 45, and then 130 plus 45, 130 minus, we are subtracting. So 130 minus 45 is equal to 85. So 85 is the answer. Okay. So in the examination, if there are 5 series question, then 3 are very easy, 1 you can solve with some kind of efforts, and sometimes 1 will be difficult. So don't worry about it. So even if you can solve for 4 questions, then it will be easy in case of RBI examination. Otherwise some like RBI assistant, in which nowadays the cutoff is going around 95, 96. So in that kind of examination you have to be very accurate as well as with speed. But in RBI, so 80% accuracy or 80% efficacy will be good. So let's see the second question. So here also we can see, so when you see there is a like one at one number it's like it's a lesser number, and other it is increasing, then you can say that we are multiplying by some factor. So in this case, if you see, like here you can identify that it's double, near about double. So 15 into 2 is equal to 30 plus 2. So this is the formula. So let us see what formula they have used here. Like 15 into 0.5 is equal to 7.5 plus 0.5 is equal to 8. 8 into 1 is equal to 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. 9 into 1.5 is equal to 9 plus 4.5, that is 13.5, plus 1.5, it means 15. So here is 0.5, 1, 1.5, 2. Now we have to multiply 32 into 2.5. So 32 into 2 is 64, plus half is 16, it is becoming 80, plus 2.5 is equal to 82.5. So that's the answer, 82.5. So here it's very clear that they are multiplying by some number. It's very easy, like 5 into 6 is equal to 30, 30 into 5, 150, 150 into 4, 600, and 600 into 3, 1800. So I am explaining in very basic way, because we know some students are very amateur in this field, and some students might have given this examination or cleared the prelims once or twice. So that's why I am explaining in detail. So question number 24. So here it's like we are dividing by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 111, minus 1 is equal to 110. So 110 divided by 2 is equal to 55 minus 1 is equal to 54. 54 divided by 2 is equal to 27, minus 1 is equal to 26. Now 26 divided by 2 is equal to 13, and 13 minus 1 is equal to 12. So 12 is the answer. 12 is the answer. Question number 25. So here it's like missing number in between number, so sometimes it will become difficult. So now first what you have to do, you have to make the difference. So this difference is plus 40, you are adding plus 40 here, it is minus 32, here it is plus 24. Yeah, so at one place they are adding and other place they are subtracting. So now you have got, there is a difference of 8, so it means that here they have added and here they have subtracted. So it's like 8, then 16, then 24, 32 and 40. So 108, 104 plus 8 is equal to 112, and again 112 minus 16 is equal to 96. So that's why here it should be a 112, because here first plus 8 is there, then minus 16, again plus 24, minus 32, there's plus 40. So answer is 112. Yeah, so now let's see the question number 26. A invested X in a scheme. A invested X in a scheme, and after 6 months B joined with 4,000 more. So this is X plus 4, we can write just as a 4. After an year, it means that A was in business for 12 months and B was in business 6 months, because he joined after 6 months. So now we know that the profit will be divided in what proportion? The multiplication of time period and the amount invested. So what they have given, after an year the ratio of profit of B to the total profit. So it means that B's share is 3, B's share is 3 and total is 7. So that's why A's share is 4, because 4 plus 3 is 7. So this is the ratio. So now how to proceed? So let's multiply this, 12x. So it means that suppose 4 corresponds to 12x, it means that 3 corresponds to how much? This is 9x. Yeah, this is 9x. So multiplication of these two numbers is 6x plus 24. So 3x is equal to 24, x is equal to 8. 8 means 8,000, because we have written 4 for the 4,000. That's why 8 for the 8,000. So answer is 8,000. So what we have done here, because we know that the ratio is 4:3 and this 4 corresponds to multiplication of these two numbers. So what is multiplication? That is 12x. So 4 corresponds to 12x. So 1 means 3x. So that's why 3 corresponds to 9x. So the multiplication of these two terms, that is 6x plus 24, is equal to 9x. That's why 3x is equal to 24, x is equal to 8. That's why our answer is 8,000. So please see once again, then you will understand what I have done here. Question number 27. 1500 rupees is invested in a scheme A, 1500 at R% per annum, simple interest rate. Another amount 1500 minus X is invested in scheme B at 2R percentage at simple interest rate after 4 years. So time period is, both the cases is 4 years. Interest earned from the scheme A is 25% less than that of scheme B. So this is a simple kind of simple interest question. So here PNR upon, so multiplication of this divided by multiplication of this is like interest earned in scheme A is 25% less than B. Suppose if interest earned here is 4, here it should be 3. So what is this? This is 25% less than. So that's why I have written 4 and 3. Now so let's see. So we have to multiply all this and divide by all this, then ratio will become this. So but we will remove these numbers 4. So why? Because we have to take a ratio. So ratio of here 1500 divide by here it is this multiply by this 3000 minus 2x is equal to 3 by 4. So have you got what I have written? So this is PNR. So interest is equal to PNR and this interest is equal to PNR, but 4 and 4 I have cancelled because ultimately it is going to be cancelled. So that's why I am cancelling R also, I am cancelling 4 also. So now let's see, 3 corresponds to 1500. So it means 4 corresponds to how much? 2000 is equal to 2000. So that's why this is 1000 is equal to 2x, x is equal to 500. So that's why our answer is 500. Otherwise you can write, so just you can write this is 1500 into n is 4, then this is r, then again upon this is 1500 minus x into n is 4, r is 2r divided by this. So I have cancelled, I have eliminated those steps so that now we can save our time. So let's see question number 28. 40 men complete work in 48 days. So total work is 40 into 48. It is called as man days. 64 men, so this is total work. 64 men started and work for x days. So this work is 64x. After x days, 32 men increased. So now total men are 96 because 64 plus 32. 64 plus 32. So the remaining work is completed in these many days. So suppose if we convert this, it will become 48 plus 2 50. 50 divided by 3. So now let's divide all the numbers by 16. So this is 16 here 3, this is 4, 6. So it will become 120 is equal to 4x plus it's like 100. So 4x is equal to 20, x is equal to 5. So x is equal to 5. This is very easy kind of question. Question number 29. If the perimeter of a base of a cylinder, so this is base of a cylinder is a circle. So 2 pi r is equal to 66. 2 pi is 22 by 7 into r is equal to 66. So this is 3. So r is equal to 21 divided by 2. 21 divided by 2. Find the volume of cylinder. So volume is pi r square h. Pi r square h. So this is pi r square. This is area of a base and this is height. So if we multiply area of a base into height, then we will give the volume. We will get the volume of cylinder. Pi r square h. Pi is 22 by 7. R is r square 21 by 2 into 21 by 2 and height is 0.04 meter. So here all terms are centimeter, it means this is 4 centimeter. So 4 we can cancel this and this is 7, this is 3, this is 66 into 21. So how to multiply 66 into 20? 66 into 20 is 66 double is 126. 66 double is 126. So this is 66 into 20. This is 66 into 2. So this is the answer. Yeah, 20. Yeah. So 12, 60, 126. Yeah. Multiplication, I think this is 26. 66 into 21. Yeah, this is correct. And here I think something is 6 So 6 8 1 3. Yeah, 6, this is 8, this is 3. So answer is clear. So 1386. So 1386 is our answer. So this is our last question. So what is given in that? A 175 meters long train P. This is 175 meters long train. P passed a pole in 8.75 seconds. So the speed is distance upon time. So what is distance? 175. This is distance, and this is time is equal to, we will get speed. So it is exactly the double. So the speed is 20 meter per second. This is the speed, 20 meter per second. A train P passed and another train Q traveling in a direction opposite to P in 60 divided by 7 seconds. The length of train Q is 225 meters. So this length is 225. Then in what time train Q will pass train P when they both run in the same direction? Both in the same direction. So first we will see what is the speed of this train. So total distance is 400 meter. 400 meter. Then the supposed speed of this train is Q. Then total speed of this train is 20 meter plus Q. 20 meter plus Q. So we know that distance upon time, distance upon speed, distance upon time, because when they are traveling in opposite direction, then we have to add the speed. So we have to add the speed. So we know that this is 20 meter per second, and this train speed is, we don't know. So we have written Q. So distance upon time. So what time they have given? Time is 60 by 7. So 400 divided by 60 by 7. 400 divided by 60 by 7 is equal to, so this is 700, this is 20, this is 3. So this is we can write 7 in the numerator. So 140 by 3 is equal to 20 plus Q. So Q is equal to 140 by 3 minus 20. So it's 80 by 3. So now we have got the value of speed of train Q. Speed of train Q. So now what we have to do? So yeah, so if the length of train, then in what time train Q will pass train P when they, okay, so now what we have to do? Now it's very simple. So total distance is 400. Total distance is 400. Now they are traveling in same direction. So same direction means we have to subtract their speed. So speed of train Q is 80 by 3. The speed of first train is 20 meter per second. So we have to take the difference. So it's 80 minus 60 divided by 3. This is 20 by 3. This their relative speed. So this is the distance with addition of length of both the trains, and this is the relative speed. So distance upon speed, we will get the time. So this is 20, and these 3 we can take in the numerator. So 20 into 3 is equal to 60 seconds. So our answer is 60 seconds. So all these 10 questions are like easy in nature. Somewhere some calculations are involved. Now there is one DI set which I will cover in the next video. Thank you very much.